Philips 50PF7521D -10. Problem with it is no picture, no sound, and when you press the remote, the standby light changes. I'll just go up here and have a look. By pressing the standby button on the remote, you get this, and that's it. That's the only sign of life that I have from this unit. What I'm going to do now is put this unit on its face and take the back off, take the screws out of it, and have a look and see if we see something wrong, and hope for a quick, nice, easy fix. I've done a visual inspection of the power supply, and I found two capacitors in this location on them. If you can see them there, yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to replace those two capacitors, but before that I'm going to check two fuses on the Y-sus and the Z-sus PCBs, because sometimes when you get a power supply problem on these, it can blow those PCBs. One of the fuses is in this location here. It's covered by that inductor. It's right behind that. That one there is okay, and then there's another one over here on the Z PCB. I just you can just make out a bit of the fuse there. And that one's okay as well. I'm going to start removing these connectors now to get this power supply out. Make sure it's plugged out obviously first. You don't want to get a belt off it. And don't work on these power supplies. If you don't feel comfortable working with mains electricity, don't work with them. Give the job to someone else, because you can get electrocuted. Put all the cables out. And all that remains to do is get all these screws off. See, I've got a fully charged battery. That's a bit better. Check, see if that's all out. There's the one there. Let's see. Somewhat over the far side. No. Left one again. Right, I'll take it out from this side instead. Obviously easier to take out with the PCB bolted to the okay. Because this is a double-sided print PCB, I'm not going to use my standard soldering iron. I could if I was stuck, but there's always the chance that I'll tear the print from inside or the far side of the PCB. Really, all I have to do really is put a bit of solder, bit of fresh solder onto the two legs of the capacitor, and use a standard soldering iron just to heat it up and take it out slowly. But I'm going to try and use, but I'm going to use my SC7000. It's got a solder sucker in it. It sucks the solder out as it melts it. But first of all, let's freshen up the solder a little bit on the two capacitors that we're going to remove. And here we go. And the reference number of them are C8059 and C8060, and they're rated at 3300 UF and 10 volts. I'm just going to have to clean out my soldering iron. It's clogged up, it's not sucking very well. Maybe I will have to remove it with a standard iron. Okay, I'll just remove it with a standard iron for now anyway, because a lot of people don't have a all I'm doing is heating both sides up, like one side at a time, and it comes out a millimeter at a time. That's all I'm doing. I'm not pulling it out, not putting too much strain on it. You have to give time to heat as well. As you can see, we're out, but I've still got to clean up them holes anyway. So you could use a standard solder sucker, solder wick, but let's see how this goes. Very well. Some more solder on it. Not cleaning up very well with the soldering gun. I might have to do a thorough cleaning on it. They do get blocked. Okay, you get the gist of it. We just have to clean out the holes in the PCB. I'll continue with that now as off camera, because I have to unblock switch that off and put in my capacitors. They are polarity conscious as well. There is a negative side, and that would go to the side here. You see the white stripes on the PCB. Am I getting that now? Hard to do it with a camera, looking through a camera. That's one in. The other one the same. Negative turn to the white stripes on the PCB, which is to the right. There you go. Use a standard soldering iron now to solder it in. Okay. Now all we have to do is cut the remaining, the excess legs off. And we're ready to put that in. I'm not going to show the reinstall, it's only putting in the screws and connecting the cables, and I will show you the result. I have the PCB in, and I'm just going to have one final check of make sure of all my connections in, that there's nothing loose, and everything looks okay. And I am going to plug this in now for the first time and see what happens. If it bangs, we're in big trouble. Okay. The remote. Let's see, can we take it out of standby? Okay. hard to know. I'll have to get it up on its side. I can hear it responding to the remote on and off. I can hear like transformers on the Y sus and the Y and the Z sus PCB running. So what I'll do now is I'll reposition the unit and have a look at it when it's upright. I have the unit plugged in, mains connected to the back. I have a HDMI signal going into HDMI 1. I'm just going to take it out of standby. Okay, that's it working. It's in 4.3 mode there, I would imagine. I'm going to select my AV. Don't mind it's upside down. Oh, there's HDMI 1. Select HDMI 1. And there we go. And we have audio as well, so everything is looking good. No sparklies on the raster either. No lines. Might get another couple of years out of this unit before it's obsolete. The customer was going to throw it out. He did pay about £2 for it originally, but he was willing to just buy a new one rather than do an expensive repair. That's the way things are gone in this trade. If it's a simple repair, cheap, they'll repair it. If it's too expensive, they won't. All that remains for me to do now is leave it on test for a couple of hours and see what happens. I will get back to you then. To you it'll seem like a couple of seconds, but to me it'll be about 4 or 5 hours. I like to soak test these a little before I put them out, just in case there's other problems on them as well. It's been running now for around 4 hours and everything seems okay. Picture quality is excellent, no pixel dropout, no lines, no sparklies, which you would normally get with plasmas as they age. The only place you'll probably see anything is in the cloud formations, but that is normal on plasma. They have improved it a lot. All that remains for me now to do with this unit now is put it back on and get it back to the customer and get paid for it. I hope that's of some help out there to someone. Thanks for watching.